Hi, it's Sarah, Sweet Tooth Sarah, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make a small 9-inch key lime cake. So this would be if you need just a little bit smaller cake recipe. It's not a layered cake, it's just one cake, one bowl, and really, really easy. Anything key lime is at the top of my list, anything citrus. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I have, this uses a buttermilk, a little bit different than some other recipes, but I love a little bit of buttermilk taste in my key lime cake. Okay, so let's get started. So this is a little bit of a smaller batch recipe. So we're gonna do this all in one pan. Oh, look at that, perfect amount of oil. Okay, I needed a half a cup of vegetable oil. I would not use olive oil unless you have a very mild olive oil for this particular recipe. Garbage comes today, so I might as well get that in the garbage can. All right, and then we need 1 egg, a low egg recipe. All right, and you need 3/4 cup of buttermilk. So I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna just mix that around a little bit before I add the dry ingredients. We'll mix that up. Okay. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So now you can squeeze your limes if you really want to. I am a proponent of using the juice. It's super easy. If you have limes, definitely go for that too. But this is what makes the cake, is obviously the lime juice. Okay, 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour. Oh, and then definitely, so I post this on all of my social channels, all my videos, but I have a website too, which is all the recipes are printable that I make on there. And it is sweettoothsara.com. So www.sweettoothsara.com. And you'll find all my recipes there categorized in the correct categories, I hope. I've been working on it. Okay, so I had this website and I posted everything to YouTube and I never went back and posted it to my channel. And I ended up with just kind of a disaster. So I've been going back, I'm all the way back through December. So I'm back to my Christmas recipes, half a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm getting there, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm getting them all on there. I'm trying to get approved for an ad network because they do have the page views for that, but I didn't have everything set up correctly, so I'm working on that. So I've probably got about 400 recipes already on there, so it's kind of actually amazing how many recipes I have out there. I'm gonna add just a little more flour. This feels a little wet, and some vanilla. I'll adjust the recipe. Kind of going by how I usually make this, but I'm making it just a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is preheat the oven to 325. Okay, I'm gonna take I have a 9-inch, this thing looks a little rough, but it's fine to use. So I'm gonna use these are my USA pans. They're like the best pans out there for cake mix. Okay, so we're gonna put this in a 9-inch cake pan. Now this recipe has a frosting too, so we're gonna bake this and then we'll be back to make the frosting. I just wanna make sure I have enough lime juice in there. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so just pour this into this. Now if you wanna make a layered cake, double the recipe and make 2 in this pan. Okay, so we're going to bake this in the oven about 25 to 30 minutes. I'll test it to see at about 25 to see if it's done. And then we'll be back to make the frosting in a little bit. So, all right, let's get this in the oven and hope you enjoyed this part of the recipe. Okay, I'm back with the key lime cake, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. So it is amazing. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take it out of the pan. So I'm gonna take my knife around like this to loosen it. And it should come out because I sprayed it. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of help with this. So this would be like if you made 2 cakes or 3 cakes and did a layer. I'm not choosing to do that. I'm doing a single layer. Okay, so I'm gonna get this out nice and like that. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try a little crumb, see what it tastes like. Oh wow, oh, that's so good. I just love anything lime. Okay, so traditional lime cake has the powdered sugar butter frosting. I'm gonna do something just a little bit different. So I had some no-bake cheesecake, the Philadelphia. So I bought this at Walmart and I used half of it in my spring dessert that I made the other day. And I'm going to make a lime topping, a lime cheesecake topping for the top of this. So basically a half, and I'm going to thin it down with about a teaspoon of lime juice. That was the end of my lime juice, so that's why. Okay, and I'm gonna mix that in here really good. Because basically this is cream cheese. That's what this is. Okay, I want it a little bit more limey. I know I licked my fingers, but this is for our consumption here. We've gone over this about 100 times in videos. Okay, so I have another lime juice here. I have to make a trip to the store today. I've got, we are going to the cabin. So we have a cabin in way northern Minnesota to check on it and hopefully turn off the heat this weekend. So I'm gonna take some stuff up to the cabin to do a few recipe videos up there. So I've got to run to the grocery store. And eggs are still extremely expensive. I'm waiting for them to come down and they don't. All right, so we're going to butter. We're just gonna nicely frost this. So I've added the lime juice to the top of this. And this would work really well for a layered cake too. Yeah, I'm gonna do it just real light because you don't need like so much frosting over the top. Actually, I'm still gonna have extra. So I might make some cookies and frost them with this too. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that is what our key lime cake looks like. Now, if you had lime zest, it would be really good to put over the top of this too. I do not, but that's what it looks like that. So I'm gonna cut into it. I'm gonna actually take a picture, and then I'm gonna get back on here and cut into it because I have to have a picture for my social stuff. So then I will be back. Okay, I'm gonna cut into this. I tried to move it into some natural light so you can see it, but now doesn't that look absolutely amazing? So I think you're gonna love this cake.